The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Brooklyn Beats. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Goff on first down. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first and 10, Goff steps away to his left. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And he's brought down. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the offense has it first and 10. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Melvin Ingram, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Here's Goff now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third and long. It's Goff. Now he's forced out right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Chance there from long distance to get our first points on the board. How close was it to getting there? Pretty darn close.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it. And now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
He'll drop to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. They'll set up a throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'd say that qualifies as a pretty darn good opening series. Get them into 3rd and long, get them out of their comfort zone, and guess what? Get your crowd into it early, too.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. T.J. Watt in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they bring their punter out there now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And here now the offense heading back out there. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford, used to say when we got big plays.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dontari Poe with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So now 13 yards to go. 2nd and 13 after the penalty marker thrown. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 2nd and 8 here after the penalty. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right near the 27. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now a 1st down throw, gone. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And now here's a carry heading left. And some space here. 20. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Nick Boyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there. 52 yards. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. David Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. And that one makes it 14-7. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the tight end Olsen, right side. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
No. Check. Patriot.
On play action, they'll throw. It'll buy some time right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Goff. Forced out to his left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
To throw is gone. Going up top. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Again, Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Marty. No. Over. Hurry up. Watch it now, Marty. Detroit. Set. Back there in that Philly. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Fielded at the 33. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have an excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. That one good for 12 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here. Rolling to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
Get some more points.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Goff now looking to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And this one is right down the middle. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Second quarter in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
On third down, that's Rose. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll return it from the 6. home 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a handoff as they run left side. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. Here's Goff. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Right, partner, the risk of piling on. Whenever Jared Goff fumbles the football, the first thing people are going to flash back on is leading up to the draft, the size of his hands. They're right on the borderline about what teams want in the size for a quarterback.
Well, you were knee-deep in all of that draft stuff when he was going through it. That was much talked about, you said.
It certainly was. I didn't think it was as big a deal as people made it out to be. To me, it's much more of a concentration thing, making sure that you're aware of it, take care of the ball a little bit better. I don't care what the size of your hands are. A lot of guys could use some work on covering the football, not letting the defense get to it.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
In motion left goes a tight end. A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. T.J. Yeldon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now he'll escape to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pelts. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Dontari Poe able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. Gone. And it's caught. Touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to...
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Steelers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now back to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. And this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
Throwing on third. Goff. The catch made by Miller. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gauzes get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
No gain on the play there, second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Goff now to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Elliott puts this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know, the field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Caleb Brantley in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Looking to throw, being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Chandler Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. He finds some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Six yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. to throw. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Four yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the